Welcome back into Weather Command. Holiday travel week is officially kicking off. The peak of the holiday travel season really starting today and will last through about July 6th, July 7th. So that will be a hot topic of discussion here at Fox Weather. For those hoping to get an early start on the celebration, typically the early bird gets the worm, but in this case, the early bird could get the storms, especially if you live across the Northeast. But I'm going to get right to the point for my Southeastern friends. Let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about the 4th. We do have the chance for some isolated thunderstorms, especially for Florida, which is, to me, one of the most popular destinations when it comes to 4th of July travel. You want to hit the beach, go to the theme parks in Orlando. So those will be some concerns. The bulk of the heavy rainfall, though, is actually something that we'll be focusing on over the next couple of days across spots like Atlanta, Tennessee, the Carolinas, with some scattered shower and thunderstorm development. You can even see where we're tracking out some thunderstorms that are starting to develop. This is just off into the Gulf, where as that cold front kind of moves further south, it'll capitalize on the warmer waters there and the relatively calm-ish type of environment that it'll have for about 24 to 48 hours, and we could get something tropical. But nonetheless, we are talking heavy downpours for Florida. That is the big story here, Stephen. And then you take it to the I-10. I've driven this interstate so many times I can't even count.
Yeah.
Afternoon storms could limit that visibility going into today. And so ponding on the roads, we always say it's a regional thing that people don't know how to drive. I just think it's an everywhere thing. When it rains, you forget, you get a little scared, you white knuckle. I mean, I have not driven a car in a few years, so.
Once you get out of practice, I know.
It's a thing.
You have those windshield wipers going, and the type of rain that we get along the Gulf Coast, I mean, and this isn't even that tropical system that we may or may not have in the Gulf that we're worried about. I mean, it's just run-of-the-mill storms today. They could produce some of that blinding rain along Interstate 10 because we've got the environment. We're still kind of dealing with that upper-level low that's just kind of plaguing the area. Not going to see anything tropical develop until maybe at least late in the week. But I guess even with that threat emerging, every day we have a storm chance here. So you hope for those dry times, try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, lots of rain, some isolated thunderstorms coming in here. Really not uncommon for the Southeast, to be honest. You're in the thick of the summer. It's hot, it's humid. You get those afternoon storms, but you do get those delays. Something we saw in Atlanta, a very strong storm parked overhead, and then you had that delay get backed up for so many people. And so all it takes is that one for a short period of time, and it can cause some headaches. But really today, I would say going into tomorrow, going to be some of the worst days for travel Southeast. You could linger with some of those travel disruptions going into Wednesday as well, but Atlanta kind of in the bullseye zone for this for the next 48 hours.
You're going to have to watch. Let's just hope we don't get that hail core like it's set up over the airport. A wild thing to see.
That was nasty.
But these storms around, I mean, each day they present a chance of maybe, dropping a little bit of small hail, and then with the persistence of this rain, you've obviously got the heavy rain concern too.